Armed Forces Chief CARLITO Galvez says he suspects apparent lapses in the handling of opposition Senator Sonny Trillanes' documents. Galvez says they reached out to the ad hoc committee which processed Trillanes' application. He adds, based on testimony of the processing officer, Trillanes applied for amnesty.
Apparently, sir, ang sir namin, sir, is there is some lapses na hindi po naibaba yung mga documents po sa J1, which is basically the repository of all the documents. Kasama po yung yung OTAG. So ang sir namin po, sir, is all the papers was not brought down.
Based on your inquiry, sir, nag-apply ba ako, sir, ng amnesty? Enough na bigyan ako, sir, ng amnesty certificate nung past administration, sir.
Based po, sir, ni Colonel Jose Barbidal.
But presidential spokesperson Harry Roque downplays Galvez's statement. Roque says as a lawyer, he would certainly take the words of Makati Regional Trial Court Judge ELMO Alameda over Galvez's. The Justice Department says convicted kidnapper Jovito Palparan will be moved to the new Bilibid prison soon. Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara on Tuesday says the Malolos Regional Trial Court denied Palparan's motion to stop his transfer from a military camp in Fort Bonifacio to Bilibid. Palparan argues he should be allowed to remain in Fort Bonifacio since he has a pending case before another branch. Palparan was convicted and sentenced to up to 40 years in prison for kidnapping and serious illegal detention of student activists Sherlyn Cadapan and Karen Empeño in 2006. Lawyers representing the families of the victims say the military is liable for contempt of court for open defiance of an order of the court. Palparan is still in custody at the AFP Custodial Center and has not been transferred despite his conviction. Budget Secretary Benjamin Diokno says hitting a 6.8% inflation rate won't make a big difference now. He says the country has seen higher inflation in the past. Diokno says economic managers estimate the increase of prices of goods to climb up to 6.7% in September. The latest inflation figure will be announced Friday, October 5. Diokno says the average increase in the prices of goods under the Duterte administration is not bad, considering prices of oil almost doubled. Inflation surged to 6.4% in August, reaching another 9-year high since 2009. Diokno says the inflation will eventually taper off and be back within the 2% to 4% range next year. Coffee giant Starbucks Philippines says it will raise its beverage prices starting this week. Starbucks says the 3 to 8% price hike is part of a periodic increase by the company. The coffee giant says it needs to balance running the business profitably while providing maximum value to customers. This week, the prices of beverages were adjusted from 3 to 8% across all stores. This is equivalent to an additional 5 pesos to 10 pesos per drink. The European Union may slap Facebook with an up to $1.63 billion fine following the social media company's disclosure that around 50 million users are affected by a hack. Facebook says attackers took advantage of 3 bugs on the service to take access tokens of 50 million accounts. The access tokens allow access to a user's Facebook account and also allow an attacker to potentially access accounts of app or service users who took advantage of Facebook's single sign-on for logging into other services. Facebook reset the access tokens of 90 million accounts in the process of fixing the issue, but will have to deal with the repercussions of the attack as the days progress. In a tweet, the Irish Data Protection Commission, or IDPC, says less than 10% of the total number of those affected, or about 5 million EU Facebook users, were hit by the attack on Facebook. Facebook responds and says it is working with the IDPC to share preliminary data about Friday's security issue. In the US, Facebook is still under investigation by the Federal Trade Commission over the Cambridge Analytica scandal, which may see Facebook getting another fine of over $1 billion.